Hello lads, how are we doing? Got another video for you today. I'm going to give you a G's guide and I'm going to give you 8 steps to get your shit together. So starting off, this is the first step, is you need to start training your body because I think every man must train and I think you should train weights and cardio. And if you don't know where to start, I think you should be doing at least weights 3 times a week and cardio 3 times a week. And I think the cardio you should be doing is running. It's what I like to do personally. If you can't run, rowing machines are good, and I think exercise bikes are good as well. Um, Training will fortify not only your physical strength but your mental strength as well, and that's the mental strength is more important than the physical strength, really, because the mental strength is what allows you to be consistent and keep going with it. Otherwise, if you're not mentally strong, you won't last. You've got to rely on discipline, not motivation, and training is probably the easiest way to start building up your mental strength. So, and if once you start training, you're gonna have more energy, you're gonna have more focus, and with that, I find comes ambition, and you start to set yourself goals, and you start to really get some clarity on what you want to do. Um, if you don't know where to start with exercise, got a free program in the description. There's no catch, completely free. So feel free to use that. Next step is fix your diet. You've got to cut all the processed shit. You can't do anything if you're eating like shit. Like you are literally what you eat. Like the quote says, it's you you've got to eat clean and your mind will be clean. You will literally feel like a brand new man. When I don't eat clean, I don't feel right. I don't feel like myself. It's like I'm somewhat of a different person in a way because your mind's clogged, you've got brain fog, it's awful. And I'd recommend on a simple level, you should eat red meat, so beef, a lot of steak, eggs, 3 to 6 a day, butter. I have raw butter personally, but if not, Kerrygold's good, grass-fed butter, fruit, white rice, sweet potatoes, and overall just whole nutrition dense food. So to make it simple, eat real food, really. That's all you've got to think of it as. Um, Next is hydrate. Water is such a game changer. It's literally if you go from drinking barely any water a day to drinking 4 to 5 liters a day, the difference is so noticeable in terms of your focus and your energy and how good you feel. Your skin gets better. It's just a life hack, and I think you should drink from glass bottles as well. It's something I do. Um, Cheap, get them cheap online. I bought four 1 litre glass bottles. Cost me under £10. It's a great investment for your health. Next, really important, is after you've done the first 2 steps, is you need to fix your sleep because sleep is king, and without it, you're gonna lose. You're not gonna last because your energy's not gonna be there. You get bad sleep. You're not gonna be able to be consistent. So you want to be sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night at least. You want to sleep in a cool, dark room. And really, I think the best time to go to sleep and wake up is sleep from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. But that's personal preference. For me, I find that's what works best. You don't really, like, don't want to be going to bed later than half 11 or 12. I wouldn't personally, because you'll be waking up too late and you want to cut off hours in the evening and add them as productive hours into the morning. So if you go to bed 2 hours early, you can add them on into the morning and have 2 more productive hours added onto your life. So next massive one for me, especially this year, is start reading. Read non-fiction. I find it makes you infinitely more intelligent. I've done a book a week practically all year. There's been times where I've done a book every 2 weeks, but I like to do one a week. Um, at the moment, I'm reading a book called The Obstacle Is You by Brianna West about overcoming self-sabotage. A lot of different variations of non-fiction that I read, where they go through mindset, business, psychology, biographies, general self-help books. I think they're massive if you want to make change in your life, because with a book, you can absorb literally 50 years worth of wisdom for under £10. I get all my books off a site called World of Books. You can get them really cheap, free delivery if you live in the UK. So there's that. I think reading's a massive one. If you get through all of the previous steps, this is definitely the next place to go. Learn a combat sport. I think every man should know how to fight. I've done both boxing and MMA. I think they're the two you should go for if you're going to start learning to fight. Boxing's probably the easiest to start with because there's less to it. Um, I probably I've done a lot more boxing than MMA. MMA is more of a recent thing. I probably enjoy MMA more, but I think both of them are really good. Everyone should start. Everyone can start. Everyone's got a local club near them. And frequency wise, I think you should be going 2 to 3 times a week minimum, really. With MMA, I'm currently not training MMA, but I was going 5 times a week when I was. I'm currently not training MMA because I'm training for an ultra marathon and trying to balance ultra marathon training with weights and combat sport is just it's a bit too much for me alongside other little things I've got going on. So 2 to 3 times a week, that's all you need really, especially if you're just starting out. And I think that learning to fight will give you an unshakable level of confidence in just all realms of life. The next one is plan your days, and this for me was a game changer. I literally all I do is I every night before bed I make a Google Doc and I plan from start to finish. I wake up right till go to sleep, everything I need to do in the day in order. I put in bold the most important tasks I've got to do. For example, the start of the day might look like wake up, cold shower, read 20 pages of my book, eat 4 eggs. That's just a very basic example of what an average day might look like for me. And I think this is such a game changer because procrastination comes from, I believe, a lack of clarity on what you actually need to do. So if you just sit there, literally give it 5 minutes before you go to sleep, plan the next day, it's gonna boost your productivity and your consistency 10x. I find when I don't plan my days, I don't know what's going on because I haven't written it down. And once it's written down for me, it's set in stone really. It's on paper or on a Google Doc. It's going to be completed. So, and that's it for plan your days. Really simple thing you can do that's going to change a lot in your life. Next one, once you've got all these s- aspects sorted of your life, you want to start to set yourself big goals. And this is a quote from Jim Rohn that set yourself the goal of becoming a millionaire for what it will make of you. And what this means is basically the person you become is is the person you become is the real reward of achieving the goal. It's not even the goal itself, really. It's the man you become. And clear goals will give you a reason for pursuit. So it gives you a reason every day to wake up and do the same thing over again when you don't want to, on the days you really don't feel like doing it. If you've got a clear goal, you have a reason to go and do it. There's a quote that says, "He who has a why can bear almost any how." And I really think that setting yourself big goals is how you develop the most, especially with like self-development and stuff like that. You don't want to get caught in the self-improvement trap of, things like meditating, journaling. I think they're all good, but you should have a goal and everything should relate back to your goal. Everything you do. Your goals could be money, fitness, physique related. Doesn't really matter. I just think everyone should have goals. And I like to have even daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly goals. Daily goals could literally be, you could set yourself three things, or you could treat them more like objectives. They could be have a cold shower, go to the gym, go on a run. That's just off the top of my head. If you train twice, I like to train twice in a day when I haven't got loads going on in my life. Um, but yeah, I think goals are massive. Once you've got everything else sorted, you should definitely start to have a think about what you want, what goals you want. You can have multiple goals at a time, fitness and money related. Um, but it depends how big the goal is really. Because if you have a goal, say, of becoming a billionaire, you sort of have to, you can't have a million other goals because you have to sort of channel all your focus and energy into that one goal. And then next, this is the last point I'm going to give you, is I challenge you to start today. I challenge you to take action today. If you haven't already, first step, join your local gym now. Do it right now, right this second. I'm challenging you to do it right now. And don't say you don't fight it off. It might be painful if you don't go to the gym, but just do it right now. Get it done. Take the first step. The first step's always the hardest. If you apply everything in this video, your life will change. It's simple as you will become happier and you'll have more energy, you'll be more focused, you'll get more women, you'll look better, you'll be more confident, your life will improve in all realms. And what I've given you is simple but life changing. And really, everything in the video, anyone can apply, really. I can't see a point that I've made that doesn't apply to absolutely anyone. So that's all the points I have for you today, lads. I hope that you find value in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you take action today. I hope you don't go and watch another YouTube video without taking action. And if you want the free training program, links in the description. It's up to you. Completely free program I use to put on muscle. And yeah, that's it for this video, lads. Thanks for watching.